Oh. All right. It's Boney right there.
Huh?
Boney right here.
Boney?
Yeah, Boney.
Oh my God, your hair. Look at you. Don't you look in the mirror before you get on camera? I do. I use the mirror. I use the phone as a mirror.
I know you
Yeah, always.
do.
God.
Mm-hmm. You ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget your Pepsi. Hey, all you metal mixers. It's your old pal Janix, and
Dorte.
how you doing on this Friday?
Doing all right.
Yeah, what are you eating?
Saturn.
All right, yay! You must have a headache.
Little
Not a headache for later, though, right?
Right.
Hope you guys are doing well. We've been a little bit under the weather these past couple of days. Kind of playing catch up on the videos too, because we did some back-to-back videos. So I don't want to burn out anybody with everything, but just a little bit of metal news to report on, and then we'll get right into today's video. Stevie Rochelle did, finally, he had a meet and greet with Sebastian Bach right here, you know, good old boss. And this is one of his tour t-shirts from a couple years ago, actually. And it's up on the Metal Sludge, so check it out if you want to know the deets on what really went down on that cruise. I'm always going to take Stevie Rochelle, you know, his word and everything. Have you checked out, I played you the American Hair Band video. Remember that song?
Yes.
The other day?
Yes.
If you haven't checked out that song, it's called, it's done to a Kid Rock song, but it's Stevie Rochelle talking about all the hair bands, which I hate that term.
Yeah.
That was a great song. I love that song.
Didn't that start with the backing track of Sad But True?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I
Which
love
is
that
weird.
song. Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to it. It's a great song. And speaking of Boz, he has a song called American Headbanger.
Mm-hmm.
No, American Metalhead. I'm
Metalhead.
sorry.
Metalhead.
I don't know why I call it American Headbanger. Same damn thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
American Metalhead. That one is off of Angel Down. That's actually a good track. It's pretty heavy for
Yeah, I was
Boz.
gonna say that's pretty heavy. For
Yeah,
him.
he does, like, if you've heard Temptation, which Duff McKagan is on that, and the dude that was in Foo Fighters, Tyler, I believe. Who was the drummer that passed away a couple of years ago? He was Foo Fighters drummer, and he also drummed for Tommy Lee on his solo band stuff.
Yeah, wasn't it?
He was well known. I don't remember
Yeah, I
his
don't
name.
remember his
He's
name
my
either.
age. Or would have been my age.
Yeah.
Supposedly died of a drug overdose, but
Right.
I don't, I got my
Yeah.
own spins on those.
Right.
He was on that song, and then he's done some really good stuff lately. So, I mean, Boz is Boz. I've told my story about Boz before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. And there's rumors, and I think they confirmed the rumors, that Sabotage is going to tour here. I don't know about this year, but definitely next year. So that was finally confirmed by Chris Caffery. So that's going to be very exciting to see some Sava coming through. I know that they're doing the rehearsals for the Europe, or they're going over to, they're going to be at Wacken again, and they're going to do the European market again. Well, because they're really big over there.
Right.
We've talked about this. These clubs and these bands are not selling out. Halloween was one of them, which surprised the heck out of me.
Right. Yeah.
But, it is what it is right now, and, we just got to keep the music alive. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to talk about some of the things that we've been listening to lately, so I'll let you talk about what you've been listening to, and then I'll talk about what I've been listening to.
All right. Well, first off, I've been listening to, prior to today and yesterday, past couple days, been hitting up the old Sanctuary albums. Started with Refuge Denied, obviously, and I was listening to Serpent's Night. We talked about that in the previous video, and also Into the Mirror Black. So there's a few that I've been listening to a couple days ago, and then just recently I've been getting back into Trauma, and they're a death metal band from Poland. and they're up there with like the old Cannibal Corpse, you know, and Iniquity, and I forget a couple of the other bands that are around that are sound like that. But yeah, Trauma. I remember listening to back in the day, Imperfect Like a God, that album from 2003, and just every track on there. It's just, there's a lot of pinch squeals with the guitar, a lot of blast beats, and that's just right up my alley, you know. I love that stuff, you know.
Right.
I'm not, I don't like a lot of it, but for some reason, this band Trauma, it really gets to me. I really like it. And, I mean, there's a couple other choice albums that I like. Suffocated in Slumber is another one. I think that was released in 2000. I think they were later released on Pagan Records. I can't remember offhand, but I'm pretty sure that was the company that put the CDs out later. They reissued them. And then their latest release, well, their most recent from 2020, Ominous Black.
Okay.
I just listened to that today for the first time. I didn't know they put out a new album 6 years ago.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
I checked that out earlier today, and I was pretty much digging it.
Yeah.
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 They have a new singer. I can't recall his name, but you can just go to Metal Archives and check out the album list there, and you know the lineup. But yeah, they do have a new singer.
Isn't that true of that one band that I have a sweatshirt for? And the singer, they're from Poland too.
Oh,
What are they called?
Decapitated.
Decapitated.
Yeah.
They have a new singer too. Because when I
Yes.
seen them, that was, oh God, that had to been 2016, maybe January,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2017, kind of in that realm. Like it was in January that they played, and I got to see them somewhat because as soon as he did this parting of the crowd, I got the out of there. And that was at Reggie's that I seen him, Ryan's band open for them at the time. And
Okay.
and then Made in Chicago was playing next door, so we hung out and watched Made in Chicago.
Right.
Reggie's is a kind of a weird place because, like I told you, when I saw Doro Pesh, Tony McAlpine was playing next door, and that was like, I told Tony, I said, whoever did the booking here, I said I would have been watching you if Doro wasn't there, you know, but
Right.
got to meet Doro and I got to meet Tony McAlpine all in the same day.
Nice.
Yeah, so Trauma is an excellent band, actually.
Yeah. And going back to Decapitated, you said you saw them, what, 2016, 2017?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually saw them in 2024
Okay.
in Pittsburgh, along with Septic Flesh, and there was another band that opened for them.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's where I got my Septic Flesh shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't get any Decapitated shirts, but yeah, when Decapitated came on, because they were the closing band, you know, the main
Main band.
band of the venue that night.
Yeah,
Yeah, they ripped it. They did excellent,
yeah.
and they did have the previous singer. I can't think of his name, but Vogue, the guitar player, he's awesome. He's a shredder, big time.
Is he on your friends list or? no?
Yes.
Is he? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Because I have some notables on mine and just
Right.
too many to list. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My list is extensive.
Right.
It's like, I go through my list and I'm like, well, if you're inactive, it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
I have to make room for other people, you know.
Right.
That's just how it is on Facebook, like we talked about earlier this week with MySpace. It's not
Yeah.
8,000 or 10,000. You gotta like trim it down to 5. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, that was
stupid shit.
always been their limit, which, yeah.
I never could understood that. So, well, the things that I've been listening to are a little different than Trauma, always, but that's okay. The newest one from Michael Sweet, I did bring that up last week, or I should say last month. The song is called Again. It's off the Master Plan. That's a Frontier Records release. He does a lot of different things. He has collabed with Joel Hoekstra. He's actually in a band with Joel Hoekstra, and it's a super group. I think they're called Iconic. That he's not singing in this time.
Oh.
He's only playing guitar, which is kind of unusual for Mike to be doing that. But the new album is called The Master Plan. It's more of a contemporary Christian type music. If you're into that, I'm a big Michael Sweet fan. He has collabed with George Lynch on Sweet Lynch, which those two or three CDs are excellent. he signed those for me because I got to meet him. But that song is about when, if you do believe that you'll see your loved ones again, it's a very powerful song, and it's a lyric video. And then he went back and did where he submitted pictures, which I didn't even know. It was kind of done really fast because I would have submitted a few pictures, and a lot of people are disappointed, and he came back and apologized for that, which that's a total Michael Sweet move.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys in the industry, and he tries to be a peacemaker even with this Boz debacle that happened to, that's just Michael in a nutshell. But the other thing that I've been listening to a lot, and a lot of people are very, very happy with this release, and I'm a big fan of them, and that is Crimson Glory. Crimson Glory never got their due. They had a few videos on MTV. They had Lonely. They had The Chant, which during the Chant times that came out in 1991, they kind of dropped that image. But Midnight, their singer, is by far one of the most underrated singers I probably ever heard. Tragically, he passed away in 2009 from stomach cancer at the age of 47.
Wow.
His most notable song is a song called Song for Angels. He also did some of his solo work. It's all on YouTube. Chasing the Hydra is the newest Crimson Glory CD. It came out last week, and I've listened to some of the tracks. I haven't heard it all in its entirety, but one that does stand out is Angel in My Nightmare. And I'm telling you, I cannot wait until they tour. And I told you I have a T-shirt, and I wore it a couple weeks ago. Yeah. It's almost like it's not a real, how this is made out of cotton. It's a cotton blend. It almost reminds me of like what you would buy on, I hate to say it, but this was a very high quality shirt. It's printed differently. It's not one of these kind of printed shirts. It's actually in the material. And I spent like $50. I'm like, man, just like that Halloween tour T-shirt. Remember, I told you it was $50. I'm like, man, that's I was crazy. Like, God, I was like, ooh, jeez. But I went ahead and splurged, and that Chasing the Hydra is going to be probably one of my favorite CDs this year. And they're touring. They're going to do a show with Wings of Steel in August. So that's really exciting for the European market to see that, because I would be definitely there if I could, but we'll get to check out Wings of Steel in the fall with Sabaton. Other than that, just been listening to a lot of Halloween because we went to see them. I don't know what's going to happen after this tour. It wraps up next week, so I don't know what they're next. They're going to be out on the European festivals, but the only other thing that I've been listening to, and I like to listen to those obscure bands, is a band called Vice, and the song is called Feeling Lonely. The only thing I don't like about the song is got a little bit too much keyboards. But that was back for the time. It's one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I think they would have made it if they were, signed. They weren't a signed band at all. So
when did that come out?
Vice, I want to say probably 89 or 90.
Oh, wow.
There's not a lot of information on it. You've heard it a few times.
Yeah.
I kind of sing a few of the lines, but there's no lyrics, and it's kind of the mixing of the song and just the production is not the greatest. But I think if it was properly done and properly edited and everything, I think that song would really be a standout. Everything with that one. But that's what I've been listening to lately. But there's stuff coming up. I mean, really, really soon. There's going to be a lot more new releases to look forward to. So we're going to see Deicide next week, and I'm a fan, but I don't know. We don't know. Well, you know more than I do, more than Deicide. I won't be up front at the Reverb. I'll be chilling in the back.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I'm not going up front. No. I don't want to get crushed with the crowd. No, they get too crazy. Yeah. I have I'm a magnet for that kind of shit. At Halloween wasn't like that. That was the first show that I've been to in a long, long time that I did not have a problem with the crowd. It was the security.
Yeah.
Which it's
Yeah.
always the opposite. I always am in good terms with the security other than the crowd. And this time it was the crowd was better than the security. So
Yeah.
you told me that they're really good at reverb. So
Yeah.
I'll just be chilling like a villain at the bar, you know,
Uh.
not drinking, but, you know, kind of watching everybody else get crazy. And I'll just be like, yep, go right ahead. You and Steve could definitely get crazy with to Deicide. Well, what's some of the Deicide standouts, do you think?
Well, one in particular, I like Dead by Dawn.
Okay.
That's, I believe, is off the Legion now.
Yeah, we just listened to
So,
that today.
yeah.
So some of that sounded. It's pretty quick. I mean, the music is, I would say, under what, 3.5 minutes. Everything's not. I mean, their
Yeah.
albums are not what, like a half hour long.
Yeah.
So it's
about
like
that,
one of
40
those
minutes.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing they got 2 opening bands, and please forgive me for not knowing the opening bands. You know, do you even know? Offhand?
Not offhand, I don't.
I know Rotting Christ and Emulation are playing somewhere else that night.
Yeah, wasn't it New York or something?
Yeah, they're playing in New York, so it's
Yeah.
probably got to be one of their off nights. Well,
Yeah.
off nights, but not playing together
Right.
type of thing. So, yeah, we are only seeing Deicide and 2 opening bands that are local. So, there you go.
Yeah.
And then the Kings of Thrash the week after.
Yeah.
Now, I can't wait for that. I think we're going to go see that.
Yeah.
Because I got to chase that 8th member of Megadeth, Jeff Young. I'm going to reach out to him and ask him. You know, that would be cool to hang with Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff is a different dude. I love Jeff Young. I loved what he was. He came from a glam background.
Mm-hmm.
He was not a thrasher per se, but Dave has an ear for, you know, those guys. Look at James Lomenzo, and
Mm-hmm.
one of their other drummers was in in White Lion.
Yeah.
There's something about White Lion's musicians. I've often said, like Winger, they're musicians. It was the look that a lot of people had to look past.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to their music, they really do hold up even now. And that's what the problem was the image. Like, they like to call them posers and all that stupid shit. Sorry, guys, that term has long expired a long time ago, but it is what it is. So, if you happen to like this video, tell them what you have to do.
Do one of these. Thumbs up.
What else?
Share it with
Anybody who
friends.
you think might like our wild and crazy content,
Content.
right?
Yes.
And what else?
Why you
Push
not-
that notification bell.
Bell.
You know this shit. You got your own channel.
I know, but I like. You started getting me finishing it.
Well, you should. You
Yeah.
should chime in. You know,
Chime
it's
in.
not always me.
Yes.
Oh my God. You're not a sidekick. You're part of this channel now. So there you go. So why don't you do the ending? Always what?
Look good.
Always look good. Always do good.
Do
Always
good.
do your best.
Best.
Be your best. Whatever you do.
Whatever you do in life.
Because
Because it's
what?
what we love.
Right.
Okay.
What's 2?
2, don't be ranky.
No.
What?
2 is smell good.
Oh, yeah.
You just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
Ooh. Don't be a ranky rank
I-
skanky
Hey,
skank.
I started saying that.
Well.
Oh, yeah, but smell good first. Yes.
It's always good. Look good, smell good.
Yeah.
Right.
You look good.
So do you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. And 3.
Chains hanging.
Chains hanging. Haters to the back of the line.
Well, I think so. Yeah. They should.
Yes.
After what we had today at the ice cream place. Screaming kids to the back of the line.
Yeah, right. Right?
Chains hanging, guys.
Yes.
Until tomorrow's video, all the best. We love you. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.